Juan Carlos Baker is a former Mexican deputy trade minister. He gave me his thoughts on Donald Trump's comment that he would be happy to see tariffs on China cut to 80%.
It should be seen as a token of goodwill. Clearly, 80%, it is still a very high tariff, which, by the way, it's a breach of the international obligations of the United States under the WTO, the World Trade Organization. 80%, 60%, 50%, any number on that amount, on that degree, is a violation of the United States commitments internationally. Not that Donald Trump has ever been deterred by taking those decisions, but clearly the signaling that it could go down from 145% to 88%, to me, is just a token of goodwill. I don't believe that there's any mathematic or any economic rationale behind the numbers. We know that Donald Trump is known for just throwing figures around without any real thinking behind those numbers. So I think it's just a gesture of goodwill.
Now, you negotiated on behalf of your country for the MCA, the US trade deal with Mexico and Canada. Do you see any risks of collateral damage for Mexico from this current US-China trade fight? And what kind of lessons can be learned from the MCA negotiations?
Well, I wouldn't call it collateral damage, but clearly my country and several others, Vietnam, Europe, South America, are right now waiting and seeing which is the outcome of these talks, because the U.S. has been pressuring partners and friends around the world to cut short its relationship with China in order to be able to better negotiate with the United States. Now, obviously, this is also a breach of the diplomatic relations. No country is to be told how it should conduct its diplomatic or trade relationship with a third party. But nonetheless, I believe that this world where two countries are fighting to become the hegemon of the world clearly is going to have influence on how other countries relate. Now, in terms of lessons, I believe that what we went through, Mexico went through between 2016 and 2018 show three things, Paul. The first one is that it is possible to negotiate with the United States. And I'm saying this because there's this idea that any deal that you strike with Donald Trump is not worth the paper it's written on. But nonetheless, the USMCA was established in 2020, and as of 2025, it is still ongoing. So I believe that if conditions are ripe and the results please to some degree what the U.S. is expecting, it is possible to obtain a long-lasting deal with the United States. The second lesson that I will tell you is that countries should not rush into getting any agreement with the United States. I know that I just mentioned how important it is in the given the context of the economic uncertainty, but clearly these deals need to be thought very carefully, because the consequences of them will be several-fold in years to come. So you really need to take your time when doing this. And finally, we should also probably take a good look on how the internal dynamics in the United States influence this type of deals. Yes, I know that we all are very fixed and very focused on Donald Trump and what he might or might not do, but also the governors of particular states, Texas, California, Congress clearly play an important role, especially in trade policy in the United States. So we should not be fooled in the sense that everything just relies back on what Donald Trump wishes. We need to also pay attention to the other stakeholders in the room.